Hello, welcome back, Play Basic Coders. Where are we up to with the website? Let's have a look at it. What I've been doing at the moment is going back and updating the My Account section to support some of the newer changes that the site has had. So I'm already logged in here. I'll just go back up to My Account. Very different than what it was before. Needs a bit more jazzing up. Okay. But for now it's just a basic menu. My profile, you can edit stuff about your profile as you could before, and products is the same initially, and then we've got the newer part down below. So if you've claimed a license, if you don't know how to do that, you would put your serial number in here. This is from a previous purchase that you would have made over the last 15-20 years. Hit that and it will attribute that license to your new account, because we do have some data, we don't have everyone's data from all the ways that the product was purchased back in the day. Frustrating, but that's a reality. Okay, so here I've already claimed my license for Play Basic on this account, so I can test the site as we're going through. 3 different sections for Play Basic. This here is, again, a placeholder. It's just, we've got a basic representation of this thing. It needs to be jazzed up, but right now I'm more concerned about it working than it looking pretty. Go to retail. You can see the same format pretty much for the other records that are around the website. So since there's only one retail version that we make available, which we refer to as the base retail installer. So if you're doing a fresh install, you install the base retail and then the latest update on top of that. So you would go here, download this, go back, go to updates, and apply this one here, this very first update here, and that would be it. Sometimes these packages come as zip files where you've got to copy the files across yourself. We assume that people are comfortable doing that stuff anyway. Hopefully that's the case. That's not really what I wanted to talk about. Actually, we've got a new feature. Oh, there it is there. So if you went to one of these things here and you were looking for something in particular, betas are a bit more wild. They tend to be live updates of the product as we go through. So updates are solidified at every few months. Sometimes it's more like 6 months actually before an update is actually pinned down and then released. But between those intervals, there's betas where any small bugs that are found between updates that may have been there for a week, a month, or whatever it is, are fixed. But now we have a search feature. So you just search for a common command, and it gives us a list of the beta records that have that keyword in them, print. So there would be a code example in here. Yeah. Since you can do a search, it's at the bottom of the page at the moment. It's just much easier to navigate through and find something in that, in a very small confined space. One of the things that's got difficult over the years is, as the site's got bigger, the more text data there is, finding things is a problem. And here we're talking about mostly legacy stuff. This is, the current version of Play Basic rather than its successor. I don't just want to just chuck that away. I want to keep the old stuff there. There's a reason to have applications that run on older versions of Windows. Hopefully that's obvious to most people. Okay, so we've got search happening. This is all good. Our basic layout, looks like garbage, but this thing is kind of getting there. Go back to home, and that's really what the changes have been the last probably week or so, probably 2 weeks actually, is massaging all that data to work within the new the new layout. There is one thing that's missing here too. I just noticed that before, is that the history section, it's stored and available, but it's not being displayed here. I've got to update the template for displaying this particular type of record to include that. That's all. If there was more than one page, you could navigate through and go through, which you couldn't do any of this before. On the previous version of the website, you couldn't do any of that. You couldn't go through pages and find other, go back through the history of releases, for example. These are all hideable, of course. Not quite sure what we'll do with these hide elements here, but we will make use of them, I think. Go back. And I think that's pretty much what we've done to the back end of the website. I can add a product, change the description, upload a file with it, do all that stuff, append pictures. I couldn't do any of that with the old version, because all that really was the data copied across from the forums and serialized, so we could skim through it and display the section we needed to show what update that was. And as you might realize, there are a lot of them, updates here. I don't know how many pages of these there are, but so there are quite a few of these things. Pages deep. I'll add some attributes to these to make sure that they're. Actually, we may not need to do that. I think we'll just have a PlayBasic 2 subsection, and that will be where development of PB2 will officially take precedence from PlayBasic. I'm hoping to get all of these changes completed, at least cleaned up enough to make this the replacement of the website toward the end of this month. And that will mean we can go back to compiler development and doing those things. Most of the stuff's been done. I think there's a few things that we're missing out on. I've got to build a questionnaire section, which I love that idea, and update the FAQ section, and then kind of slide the pieces around that we have to make them feel a bit more like cohesive. Like you see in different parts there, there's the newer markup section for formatting, just straight text out, where you don't have to be hands-on with the markup all the way through. Our tiles here, for example, there's other places there where there's using the tiles, and we've got a combination of new and old text there together. Like this, that's the kind of stuff that needs to be done now, is this cleaning up of this old copy and old text, and the footers hasn't been updated yet. Just working those pieces together as we go along. Same as the download page. I think we need to make this a bit more interesting. I'm not quite sure how, but we'll have the base editions that you can download, and maybe selection for what OS you want to be using. I think that covers everything I wanted to show you. So we have made some more progress. We've made most of the progress lately has been massaging the old data into form and getting it so it works with the current display methods, and making some subtle changes to those things again. And the result has been the code base is getting smaller and smaller all the time, and the functionality is getting better. It's all I hope for, really. I know it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but again, right now I'm more about it being functional than being pretty. If it's pretty and doesn't function very well, it's pointless. It has to work, and then we can clean up things and get secondary artwork done and make it look and feel the way we want. But for now, this is where we are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.